It's Gorilla Time.
All praise to the Most High. We're back. We got a special guest in the building, Officer Rob Yawasop, who is one of the officers for the Miami Sicari. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We got him here. He's in town here in Atlanta, man, enjoying the brotherhood and camaraderie in Atlanta. Brother makes it a point to do, a lot of traveling, which is good and which is important. But with him being in town, we kind of just wanted to talk to him and get a bit of his testimony on, him coming into truth. We also got off camera, Soldier Nashar, y'all, in the last episode saw him have a magnificent interview through the spirit of the Most High. Cool. He's going to be joining us as a weekly fixture, a part of this here with me and Officer Aside. So it's beautiful. We're very happy to have him. But yeah, so we want to delve into Rob Yawasop, who's named himself. Did you name yourself, or did somebody else name you?
Nah,
the albino rhino.
Oh, the albino rhino. That was Ibaja at the Dago Passover.
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Big up Ibaja. 12 gates. So, okay, boom. So, let's get into a bit of your origins.
Which Dago Passover?
This is the
only one I was going to.
The only one
the only one I went to.
So, what I was going to say, just to get a bit, let's get, your family history, your history, from the upbringing, but let's get your, your family origin story, because it's interesting, it's unique, you know what I mean? So talk about that.
As far as my family, unfortunately, I grew up with my mother, but at the age of 13, she allowed me the opportunity to meet my father, and then,
who is your father, though? You know what I'm saying?
My father has a saying. He's Puerto Rican, but he grew up in St. Croix, around a lot of Benjamites.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, which is why I think Amatazaz's mom thinks I'm a Benjamite. But
because there's that connection.
Exactly.
Well, but it's Rachel's children. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Precisely.
Ephraim and Benjamin. Yeah, fact.
As far as that goes, I grew up not necessarily having everything. And me and my brother, he calls himself Zay. He felt that because after he came into the knowledge, he was like, now it makes so much sense why even my mother being an Edomite, she could never get nowhere. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying?
You were holding her back?
As much as, she had the opportunities to do certain things, no matter what happened, nothing ever really went well. And regardless of where she put me, I ended up going right back into, whether it was selling drugs, not having a safe lifestyle, etc. As much as I wasn't necessarily engulfed in the street life, so to speak, it somehow always got to me.
You were just a bad apple.
Yeah, so to speak, right? Even
you were just holding that white woman back in all her privilege. You were an anchor, withholding her from moving forward in white privilege.
Well, it says the curses would follow Israelites, right? No matter where we went. Yeah. Even in little suburban neighborhoods, I was the kid that got everybody else in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see it.
But from there, dealing with high school, I had to move away. That's when I got to Boca Raton, right? The rat's mouth. Okay, pause.
Where did you grow up before that?
Broward County and Dade County. Okay. A lot of, basically, the North Lauderdale, so to speak, kind of where, I think it was 1800 block, that Kodak's from or something like that, around there. So we moved to Boca because she wants me to be in an A school, better school. And I get there and I got this little attitude because I was like, I never wanted to go here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I got into fights and stuff like that. I was egging people on. And then I got brought to the principal's office a whole bunch of times, etc. It wasn't until my junior year.
Well, Boca, of course, Boca, for people that are not from Boca, is mostly a retirement
Jewish
area.
Community.
Real Jewish.
Right.
So naturally, you're the little spit coming to school, and that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Well,
believe it or not, there was a lot of Levites there. And I didn't know that there were Levites.
Uppity Levites there, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Brazilians.
Too. Lots of boxing in Boca, out of Boca.
Facts.
Out of Boca. Okay, come. Okay.
So...
Levi up there. we done took over Florida. You know what I'm saying?
We
done took over.
From Dade all the way to Palm Beach.
That's us.
Zopound can be anywhere.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You see?
Levi's up there in Boca too. But I'm sure it's probably a mixture. You got blacks and Latinos there, but then there's a lot of Edomites, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Jewish people, that's their town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boca's not called the richest or the most snobbiest town for no reason. You know, in the world, not just in the United States, in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then the ending of high school was when it got the most fun for me, because I started to loosen up and I started to recognize the opportunity I had to finesse the people I was around. They weren't smart. You know what I'm saying? And one of the most lucrative things I did in high school was selling pizza.
For selling pizza?
I'm going to tell you how I did it.
I thought you were going to say PCP.
Yeah, I
really thought.
Nah.
I was wondering, like, what? What drug is it? Wait.
Well,
Pizza?
outside of
Is that a
the
code?
illegal stuff, you know, weed, but as far as the in school, one time I was in drama class. Kids was like, "Yo, we want to have a pizza day." I said, "Okay, cool." We went to the teacher. It was all good. She said, "But you guys got to figure it out." So I said, "All right, shit, I'll do it." You know what I'm saying? I went around collecting the list of names. I said, "But y'all got to throw in money." And people I did not know were giving me their money. So I thought to myself, they're not going to do nothing to me. So I can either pocket this or I can make it profitable. I took the list outside of the class and I said, "Hey, look, we having a pizza day. If you guys want to get in, I'll make sure it's delivered to your class, whatever." This is around the time Domino's has a 5 for 5, the 555 medium. $20 a pizza. I'm charging niggas $8 for 3 slices. So I'm making a profit just on 3 slices, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it, and at the end of this first day, I had $200 in my pocket. I said, well, I can go buy an ounce of weed and just, you know, say, okay, everybody. Or I can do this, still have money left over, and then do it a second time. You know what I'm saying? So that was extremely fun.
The pizzeria.
And
Pizza have pepperoni on it.
bro, they
much
whatever they wanted. But
So it's
actually,
the same as drugs, basically.
Yeah, it's
still selling
bro, whatever. Look, I told him, I said, if you want a regular cheese pizza, no sweat, $10. But if you wanted the meat lovers, the pineapple, that's $15, $20. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm the one going off campus and getting it. You wouldn't be getting it if it wasn't for me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was scared of it. Go ahead.
Were you prepared for somebody that was just going to take the pizza and just say, all right, bye?
No, he made to pay it first.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they
they
pay
gave
up
me
front.
their
Oh,
money
and then they
first.
do. Gotcha. Okay.
But so the day comes to where I have to distribute the pizza. You wasn't getting nothing from me without giving me the money. That front shit, no sir. Salaki if I,
Smart, you good.
you know. So the day comes to distribute the pizza. I wasn't smart about it because technically what I was doing was illegal because you can't redistribute it singly. Like you go to the stores, you can't redistribute.
When it says not
Yeah,
made
you can't
for,
do that. That's literally
yes.
illegal, and you can't do it on school property nonetheless. And the way I was doing it was I had people all meet me at the gym. It didn't work well because the APs ended up finding out they confiscated almost half the pizza. They said, look, we won't suspend you as long as we can have a box. I said, nigga, you can have all that. It's not mine. You're not taking it from me.
It was contraband. They got the contraband off of school grounds.
And the thing about it is, the problem was some of it belonged to actual teachers. So they couldn't say nothing to help me because then they would get in trouble. Wow. So at the end of the day, they gave me the pizza back. I had a couple boxes missing, but again, I wasn't tripping. Everybody that paid for the pizza was upset because they didn't get it. And I said, look, they ain't got nothing to do with me. The office had. You got to go talk to them. But by the time the bell rings and I actually have it back, they're already on their buses. Everybody's leaving. So I started to resell it again and make even more money. Well, where's my pizza? You owe me money. Hey, look, nigga, you can. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know, at this point, because you're not gonna go snitch on me. It's after class. We can fight right now. It doesn't matter, right? But the second time I did it, I actually had people set up on the distribution thing. I had a group text. I was having people watch the APs. I actually had a
lookouts.
Bro, I was avoiding cameras.
Nice little pizza ring.
I was avoiding cameras and everything.
This sounds like a. Remember the game? Remember the game Bully? This sounds like a side mission on Bully.
Exactly. That's exactly what this is.
Pizza for like a drug word. Like it's literally.
Look, bro, but it was actual pizza. It was Domino's pizza, right? But that was the most fun as far as that goes. And then everybody sells snacks and stuff. I did that a little differently too, because I actually had a cooler. All the candy was ice cold froze. I had fun size, regular size, king size. I had a menu to hand you. There was no, oh, let me see what you got. Nah, look at the menu. Let me know what you want. Give me the money, and I'll give it to you. I was selling so much of that I got suspended because they said you're taking away from the profit of the vending machine.
See,
I had
it's all
teachers.
about money, even back then.
I
It was
had
always
teachers
about
leaving
money.
their classes
Right.
to come and buy snacks from a child. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I don't know. I always like selling stuff, but I was always like a real middleman because my sister, she had food stamps, so I wasn't spending no money. She would buy it with her food stamps, and then I would resell it. So I was just getting straight cash. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really did.
Smart move.
So how much was a king size Hershey bar going for?
Depends on really who you were.
Okay, let's say up.
Because I handed you the
up in the-
menu. It was no prices on the menu. It was just the quantity of what I had.
Got you.
So I could fix the price. The
Up-
Capri Suns. So like, for example, I had
Yeah.
Capri Suns. My homies at 50 cents. But like
$2 for the white boy.
Jewish people, nah, $1.50. You know, because I had to compete with the vending machine still.
Listen,
You know,
charging a $150 for a Capri Sun is
Mayhem.
it's mayhem.
bro, the box is only
It's
$4.
highway robbery.
It is right. It is right.
I'm talking about the markup, the profit.
It
on
is
that.
right.
You know the Kool-Aid burst.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody wanted. I had the Kool-Aid burst frozen.
But if
You
it-
can't get that.
How about like a
You
single?
can't get that.
You sell gushers?
Yes.
So how about one pack of gushers? What's that going for? To an uppity ass white boy, a fiend, just like, God, get my gusher fix. I need it.
$1, $2.
Bro, the thing that
But if you bought 3, you know, I'll hook you up. You know, 5.
the thing about people with money, especially Jewish people, but people with money in general, is that the dollar amount is it's insignificant. It doesn't matter. It's more
They
so
don't
about
care,
the
bro.
customer service,
Exactly.
the value of what you provide, and how fast can you
Precisely.
get it. People pay millions for that. So the
Precisely.
fact that you were providing a service like that and being able to accommodate each individual
And
customer.
then what they exactly
You could have
wanted.
charged $5. They probably would have paid you double because this is $5. This must be some hot shit.
Watch this, bro. Watch
You know what I'm
this.
saying?
It's a fact.
Like you
This is my
said,
shit.
being able to adapt to them, I was allowing people to put in orders. Oh, why don't you have this? Tell me what you want. I get it.
That's
No
dope.
problem. I have the next day.
fine.
Frozen, cold, fresh.
That's fine.
So you moved. So you started off innocent, selling pizzas and Hershey bars.
No, he was
Well,
selling
no,
drugs.
I was always selling weed. That's
Okay.
not really a big thing.
Okay.
So he was already doing that, but also
Yeah.
there was also some other stuff that some
I'm not gonna sell weed. I did a couple
on
times.
campus,
school?
but you
At
know
school,
it's
but yeah.
risky.
How did
right?
you-
It's
Exactly.
risky.
Okay. So
Especially at a white school.
so did you ever get in any trouble because of that?
With marijuana, yeah, but I was never put behind bars.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So boom, we're in Boca. We're out of high school. At what point do you learn that you're an Israelite?
Like, I'm 24 now. I want to say like 21, 22.
Okay, and what were you doing? You know, what was going on around that time? First, yeah, what was going on around that time? Number one.
Well, I had just lost my condominium. Homeless.
How were you funding your condominium?
That's
These are the
it
only
was
ones
illegal.
I've heard.
It was illegal. Okay.
My mom-
Because where was the condominium?
in Boca.
Oh,
And
God.
I had a 2-story condominium.
I know that was.
In Boca
Yeah.
Raton?
2-story, 2-bedroom. I had like when you walked in, I had a little room right there, and then I had a living room in the back, a kitchen with granite tops, tile floor, and it was nice.
In Boca, I mean, imagine that. You know, that pulls what we call a pre.
It was only it was only $9.50 a month though.
Okay.
It was only $9.50 a
Pretty
month.
solid.
That's
Not including anything, of course, except water. But even my mom wasn't tripping because I was giving her the money. She was like, "Look, I'm not gonna ask you where you're getting it from because as long as you're paying it, I don't care." You know what I'm saying? It got to a point though, because I wanted to stop selling that obviously I lost it, and then I became homeless, moving, couch hopping, regular stuff. A couple of times even when he used to do the classes for prospects, there was times I was like, "Look, guys, I'm locked out." You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
So at what point do you come into the truth though?
Around 21, 22.
No, what I'm saying though, is it before or after the loss of the condominium?
Wait, a few months after, actually. A few months after, yes, sir.
Okay. So what prompts you to come into the truth? How how does that happen?
My brother Zay hits me up. He sends me 5 of your videos, particularly when you used to have the Street Saga video channel.
Let me tell you something.
Bro.
If you don't know about, let me explain that. If you didn't get to watch Sicarii'S Street Saga, you have missed out. Number one, the day Donald Trump announced his presidency and all this going on, we made a video called "Donald Trump Hates Mexicans," and that was the biggest video
I think he went to the border.
Whatever did. This is before we even go to the border.
Okay,
that's
okay.
just
This
him
is
and
just
Deacon.
Deacon
Okay.
just drives to my house like, nigga, we have to do a video right now, right? So we do it, and that video ends up. I mean, 235,000.
Yeah, it was up there.
It's on YouTube. It's the biggest video I've ever had,
Sheesh.
hands down. Kendrick Lamar is close
It's
to it
right
now.
there. Yeah, it's close.
But I never have had a video bigger than that on YouTube.
Is
Go ahead.
Zay the brother? Is the same?
No.
No, not a
Come
different Zay. Okay.
Yeah, but Sicarii'S Street Saga, I
too.
pray I could find somebody that has a lot of that content backed up, because the majority of it was not backed up, and they took it down, and that there was something special about that channel. That channel and the spirit of the content that was on that channel was very unique.
Facts.
So I'm telling you, it was something about Saga. You know what I'm saying? It was just Saga. Sicarii'S
Right.
Street Saga.
Something.
You know, it was like, it's not
SmackDown was live on Saga, I think, sometimes.
SmackDown went live on Saga sometimes.
Yeah.
There used to be something me and Deacon came with called their Saga sit downs. There would even be sit down lessons that were fit for Saga more than the main channel. But Saga was, it was doing numbers, man. And it was just a lot of the stuff that was more edgy content. You know, interactions, hostile interactions on the street, that type of stuff. That's what went on Street Saga, and it was, oh my god, especially like in shorter doses.
Yeah.
It's the Street Saga. Go ask Officer Yayida. Go ahead.
No, Salaki, remember like that? Remember the DVDs, CDs that used to come out called Street Beefs?
Yeah.
That's what kind of comes to my
Listen,
mind a little bit, but just more so from a spiritual, biblical standpoint.
It was almost on some shit like that.
It's
You
like
know
going
what I'm
from neighborhood to neighborhood, just popping up on these.
saying? Yeah, exactly. And niggas
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like that.
Because what reminds me of a video, something like that, is I saw a video of you back in San Diego. I want to say you were in Balboa Park, but I'm not sure. It was somewhere downtown in San Diego, and you ran up on this Catholic, old Edom.
No, that was the Escondido.
That was in Escondido.
Grape Day Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was just by himself.
Yeah, we've seen the
Well,
video.
yeah,
Just
I was
by
with your dad.
himself?
I was with your dad. Yeah.
You was- oh, that's right. Somebody was filming it,
Yeah, he
right?
was filming it, but
Okay,
yeah.
wait.
That video went up too.
Who?
That
That-
video went
you
up.
know what's crazy?
It was originally in 3 parts.
That might be the first video that I ever saw. Not ever saw, but of you.
Of
Yeah.
Sicari?
But what
Yeah,
about bro? Every time I think of Street Saga, I think of the dun 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 dun. The intro
What's that?
song.
What
The intro song for
I don't
Street
even
Saga.
remember stuff like
which one though?
not-
Because I kind of don't remember, man, and it hurt. It pains me.
There
to
was
not
the Lil
remember.
Uzi. There was a Lil Uzi one, I think.
Oh yeah.
But then there's
yeah.
another one. I'm not thinking of that one.
She called me daddy. I had that one. I had that one on there. Yeah. But it was one I had before that.
Yeah.
God, I need some of that stuff.
And sometimes,
man.
matter of fact, like 2014, y'all used to put the hot nigga. on
Yeah,
there.
Bobby Spreader. We used to have Bobby Spreader.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, if anybody got any from Sicarii'S,
We need
please let me know. I
Right.
will pay for just anything from that channel, bro.
When I'm talking about.
God, man. Nah, because what happened was I had a hard drive with a lot of stuff backed up, and I lost it for months. And then all of a sudden, Yeshaya turned back up with it. And it was like, ding, like it'd been knocked into us and stuff, and I plugged it in. And bro, there was barely anything on the drive at all. And I was just crushed.
Wow.
Right, what you got?
I'm talking about this intro right here.
Oh yeah. That was my shit. That was a hit record, bro. That was a hit record. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, so your brother sent you about 5 videos from Saga.
Yeah.
Saga was that shit. JB, niggas who know watching, you remember Saga, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead though.
I mean, my first, cause when he sent it to me, I was chilling with one of my white friends, and you know, he's sitting there trying to tell me about Jeremiah 14:2 and stuff. I said, you know, it could have been the clothes that they was wearing. You know, so it's bullshit, right? And stuff that I would never say now, but you know, he tells me about it. I said, okay, look, I'll look at the videos and I'll talk to you about it, cause he was threatening. He was like, look, if you don't want to look at the videos, he was telling me how important it was that he would die for it. I said, nigga, you die for YouTube videos? Like, you're out of your mind. But he got to the point where he was like, look, if you're not going to look at it, don't even talk to me no more. But I've known this man for a decade plus of time, so it's like, if he's willing to say some shit like that, then obviously it's important for me to look at. So I looked at it, and I'm sitting there because I think I'm so damn smart, trying to debunk everything that he says. And I'm arguing with the
Hey,
video.
good luck.
Right. but it actually makes me start reading the Bible, right? And it literally, Salaki, let me backtrack, because something imperative actually happened right before it. My father had what's known as an aneurysm, right? It put him in the was it ICU? ICU for a
Intensive
year,
care.
right? Put him in ICU for a year. So right when that happened, you know, a lot of people started coming to my life, and somebody I knew for a few years, she actually came and prayed with me and gave me a Bible. So I felt like, okay, this is a time for me to change then something, you know. So he gives me the videos, etc. I start looking into it, and I'm like, damn it, okay. I'm arguing with the videos. It's not working to argue with you, so now I go to him. I start arguing with him, and he's like, look, bro, just keep fucking watching it. Just pay attention. So, you know, it got to the point where it was irrefutable, and so then I actually hit up Maktazah, Big Judah, and he got me in touch with Deacon. Now,
How did you hit up Maktazah?
Instagram, because your ass wasn't responding. The Exit 1715 page.
How I got a hold of you is I had to literally write Deacon Facebook messages like 3 times. He finally hit me up like at 1 a.m. and said, "Yo, here's the box number." I didn't know who the box was. Hit him up, and this is how, because this nigga ain't never gonna answer.
And let me explain something to you. Deacon, you can get a hold of.
Yeah.
Me?
I mean, now I understand.
Good
Now I
luck.
understand.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
That's the luck. So like,
But I know more.
And it was the Exit 1715 Instagram page. So
yeah, and that's going crazy.
Good
exactly.
He said, "Good luck."
So Deacon actually called me. He said, "How long you been on the Truth Hour?" I said, "Maybe 3 months." He said, "You know what? All right. You know, put you in the chat and see where it goes." And it just hangs up on me. You know, but what's horrible
Threw
is,
you in the water, no floaties, nigga.
hey, I mean, all praises. You know, but what was horrible is, like, literally he's on the phone with me. I'm smoking weed with my white friend when he's talking to me. You know, so that's why when y'all gave y'all testimony, I was like, damn, that's literally what I was doing, smoking weed, watching their videos. My white friend come over on the so-called Sabbath, Friday night and Saturday night. Well, are you supposed to be doing that? I said, nigga, don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I said, I got it. And I had ZZs on. I feel so special. I told my weed people, I said, look, don't hit me up Friday, Saturday. I can't sell you weed on that day. You know, like, come on, bro.
It's a start. It's a start.
You know, but
It's some type of a start, I guess.
and then I start officially prospecting. Kasab, you remember Kasab?
Yeah.
He would hit me up almost every day. He actually had me doing assignments, and I told him about the issue I was having with the weed thing. He talked to me, then he made Ayathon talk to me. He said, look, there's not much for me to say. He told me a little bit of his testimony. He said, look, either you're going to stop or you're not going to stop. Either the Lord's going to kill you or he's not going to kill you. That's what it is. So I said, okay, well, and then something happened that never has ever happened when I was smoking weed. At that point, I said, you know what, this, bro, it's not worth it. You know, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, I took the 12-week course and, you know, ranked up.
You became somebody.
Yeah. I mean, not really, but, you know. Yeah, I became, I guess you can say, a little bit more prominent now. But even today, like, looking back, it's like I'm glad I had to go through those things. That when brothers come to me, that's why I sit and I tell you I'm not really a fan of excuses, because not only myself, but, you know what I'm saying, I see the brothers around me. Bazak, you already know, is a prominent person. Tazapanya Pagai Allah.
Bazak, the creator of the 13th stone.
You see that? There's no excuses.
There's no excuses. Soda doesn't make excuses.
Exactly.
21.
I was 21, yeah.
21. So, boom.
Approximately like 21, 22, because 24 now.
So, yeah. So, boom, okay, you come in, you become a soldier in Miami. So, just talk about, you know, that process in Miami, because, you know, Miami is where it is now.
Yikes.
But, of course, it wasn't there.
When I
You
got
know,
there.
when you got there, when you came in,
Right.
you were the first. You were before Matazallah.
Come.
So you're the first guy in South Florida, for real, representing, you know, the Sicari
Right.
banner. So talk about, you know, through the Spirit building up not only just Miami, but, you know, you labored elsewhere in Florida as well. So go ahead and bring that out.
I remember the first day I ranked up, I made a post about my name. I changed my name myself. And this guy made a joke. He said, look, don't call him Ray anymore. His name is Rob.
Yeah, I forgot Ray. Yeah,
Right.
His name was Ray. Yeah,
You know, but that was literally the first day I remember that. As far as laboring, You know, we had to order if you couldn't hold camp unless you had 2 soldiers. And I was, you know, I was just thinking to myself, passing out flyers every weekend. No offense to brothers that do it, but it wasn't for me. Like, I can't sit there and give you no piece of paper. And then even debating with people, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't fruitful enough, because I know what I would do with that piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? So I would risk every weekend driving up to Orlando. There was times where clearly I didn't have the money, but Bank of America has this thing that even if you have, as long as it's $0, like it's not negative, you could pull money out. So I was pulling $300-$400 out, not knowing when I would get it back again. You know what I'm saying? Just to go up there, make sure I had food, whatever. And eventually I got a job that was literally giving me off every Sabbath and the day that I had to hold camp. So that was a blessing. I had that job for a year and a half. And then just every single weekend driving up to Orlando and driving back in the same day.
How far is Miami from Orlando, just so people know?
It depends on who's driving. So me driving, you know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's nuts, because that's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah,
I've done
it's
it.
It's like 4 hours. Like,
You know, and you remember the little Ford Focus?
Yeah.
I was pushing that thing.
Yeah, I drove the Camaya's Camaro that he had. I drove that from
Oh yeah,
Miami
I
to
remember you,
Miami.
Lord in Christ. But
The only thing about that drive is good because Florida's great because it's just straight.
yeah,
Those freeways are not like you're just on it. You just ride straight pretty much. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
boring though. It's
You
boring.
get a 95, you know what I mean? You just ride, you know. It's not as complicated, but like you said, there's a reason. I forget what president implemented that with the interstate system, that there had to be a turn like every 3 miles.
I have no clue.
Because it had to curve at least every 3 miles, because if it was too straight, people would probably fall asleep at the wheel. So he actually implemented that. I forget which. It might have been Woodrow Wilson or Roosevelt or one of these devils. I don't know.
I still be trying to fall asleep. I ain't gonna lie, so. But,
You know what I mean? It don't really help, but I guess driving straight may, require less attention. So
Right.
I could see it.
especially texting and driving and stuff. But yeah, doing that every weekend, and then dealing with your call. Even me being brand new, he said he didn't feel like he was ready to speak. So now I got forced into speaking. And for a lot of brothers that, they feel like, they want to be like Hassad, calling scriptures, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started speaking, I literally took a whole legal pad and had hundreds of scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And some, I knew what they meant. Some, I was just like, okay, well, next scripture. But ultimately, the whole point of it is like what Amatazah says to me, as long as the word of God is coming out, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh is the one speaking ultimately.
That's right.
So going through that, then having to be a soldier and be given responsibilities of an officer, as far as like making sure other brothers was in line. Like me as a soldier, when Taz Brown wore jeans to camp, for the record, we can't wear jeans to camp. He wears jeans. I have 3 people cursing me out, and I said, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't tell this nigga what to do and what not to do.
We're both soldiers.
But eventually I understood the position I was being put in and things of that nature, and I never shot down the opportunity to be a leader. So I took it as, opportunity to grow. Damn. And then from there, more people started to come in. And, I mean, obviously, this is like a short version, but, damn, what else was, like, really big as far
What
as...
about Matazah coming in? Matazah Live?
Yeah, he didn't want to have to drive to Orlando. That's
I
for sure.
remember that, yeah. He was like, look, we need to do this Miami thing.
Well, because I told him, I was like, as far as... because even before him was Kasha Y'all. You know what I'm saying? Kasha Y'all was coming
I'm
up.
forgetting Kasha Y'all is coming from Florida.
Yeah. He would drive up there to Orlando with me every single weekend, too. You know what I'm saying? When he first came in, which kind of made it a little bit more fun, somebody to talk to, etc. Then he starts asking me questions I have no clue what the answer is, which causes me to have to study more, which is so fun, right? So then Amatazah comes in, and then that's after you came to Miami that one
Yeah,
weekend.
they did that. Yeah, that first time I came.
Right.
Remember when we drove down?
With Rakab and
You picked me
Bob.
up from the airport. We almost got in a car accident at the airport. He maneuvered us He maneuvered around probably at least 3 cars to avoid an accident. They're all crashing around us. In the spirit, he just maneuvered like boom, boom. I remember,
Bro,
man,
I
just-
told you, I prayed before he got in my car. I said, Lord, please don't let nothing go wrong with the priest. Please, because,
and it was good though.
yeah, bro.
It was good. He really maneuvered us up out of that through the spirit, of course.
You see?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started holding camp at 163rd, the mall.
Moments.
You feel me? People started to come in, people coming and going. It's like, at first, you know, you expect people. I'm expecting me from
Of course.
prospects, but you know, months go by and people come and go. It's like, okay, it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not what's gonna happen. It's never gonna be like that. You can't look at other people and expect you because they're not you. You know what I'm saying? So that was a learning curve for me. Just being, not even being an officer yet, being war dog, right? People, even Ahmad Azar used to get upset with him, which he knows. He would come to me asking me questions. I said, look, nigga, I'm on the same level as you. You can't be, I'm not, you got it. We had a whole officer over the Southeast over that time. I think it was Ayathon.
Yeah, Ayathon.
I said, you need to ask that nigga what the question. And he continuously kept coming to me. So I ended up just figuring the answer out. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to the point and whatever. And then was, you know what I'm saying, started to become more rigorous. Not only with them, but with myself as well, you know, implementing ultimately the second stone of how important order is. And then even as a war dog started to, because we got more prospects in the central area, so I would make days where we would all just drive up there, you know, brotherhood and camaraderie and stuff like that. Yeah, no, Orlando.
Orlando.
I would make Tampa come to Orlando because holding camp in Tampa is atrocious, bro. I tried it. It's disgusting. It's so boring. I looked at the footage and I was upset because I'm cursing white people out the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And making fun of people, which is funny, but you know, it's not fruitful.
We prefer to edify,
Yeah.
right? Of course.
And then, you know, Miami gets to, it's just like I said, it was just me and Amatazal for a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to move around different camp spots, seeing where it's gonna be, where's gonna draw more people in. And believe it or not, like it can become draining to a point where that's another reason why I like to travel a lot, because you do the same thing every weekend. You know what I'm saying? It can really put a toll on your mind. So I try to get myself out of the element of being so recurring, you know. And then from there, we see people start to come in, grow, diminish, grow. And then the first day, backtracking a little bit with Amatazah, he says, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a school one time. I looked at this guy and said, I don't have that type of power, guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even know what to do. People, like, even today in classes and stuff like that, like what you guys were doing the other day, in a classroom is different than just sitting in front of a camera, because you have people looking at you for answers. You know what I'm saying? That's why
live in the flesh.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad the Most High gave me the leader he gave me, because this guy has no fear. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a fear. It's just so nervous. Like, what if I tell them the wrong answer? You know, like you told me, James 3:1 that one time, we're held to a higher accountability. So if I tell you the wrong answer, I'm screwed. You know what I'm saying? But then through the Spirit, certain things occurred to, you know, where we were able to acquire the school. And when I told them the amount of mileage that I put on my Ford Focus, they said, where were you driving that your car has that many miles on it in just a short amount of time? I had almost 100,000 miles, and I only had the car. I had the car for less than a year. That lets you know how often I drove to Atlanta 3 or 4 times, back and forth. At Orlando every single weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was my first car. And when Amazazan and I drove to the Atlanta Summit the first time, him and I both had suspended license, and my tag was expired. 5 minutes after us crossing state lines, we get pulled over by the police. They could have easily taken us to jail. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't tripping. I said, look, I'm going to do what the hell I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just minor things in my life that this is why I tell brothers, I don't really care what you got going on. There's no excuse for you not to be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's money, this, that, and the third. I mean, not only my testimonies, but other brothers, like, there's no reason for it. You know, there's a reason why we have a stone to put the Most High first.
That's right.
And Exodus 17:15 is the cornerstone or foundation of Sicari. You know what I'm saying? So it makes a lot of sense. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's just a brief summary of, you know, where I'm at today.
Where you at today?
Come.
You had something to
Yeah,
talk
so
about?
like it, brother. You know, and with that, just to add to, you know, to what you're saying, there's a lot of people, you know, definitely outside the truth, but even, you know, probably within the truth that don't want to hear that because it forces you to step up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you even, you know, because we're always constantly saying like, hey, I want to get better. I want to get better. Well,
Come.
how you gonna do that?
Right.
How are you literally going to do that? And it just goes back to the old saying, you know, what's faith without works? You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that pedal to the metal, man. So hearing you say that, you know, for me it's just like, you know, it's confirmation. Like you have to practice being uncomfortable just so that you can be comfortable. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have, what money, how it doesn't matter. Like you just always gotta put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to hear it. I'm pretty sure for a lot of people, you know, especially people who are gonna see this, that's a good statement right there, bro. So.
And matter of fact, when you was on Clubhouse the other day with Captain, and you mentioned the not having electricity, I said, "Damn, I know."
Twice. Hey, me and Cab have been
And then-
in extended periods of time in apartments with no electricity at two different apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to relate to stuff like that, it's like I know what that feels. And then you said those were the best days, or you were
Cap said
yeah, those are the best days.
Right.
And I can agree with that because it's like those are days where it's like
yeah, those are character builders, man.
not just that, but now that you are a little bit better, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? You got more to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Your electric is off. Going to Target and you have a schedule. You know what you got to do.
It literally
it makes you a hustler.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So I
So
gotta get up. I gotta go to Target because if I want these videos to get uploaded, I have to be at Target for this
Exactly.
amount of time to make sure I'm on this Wi-Fi to make sure that Israel
make sure
is
your
getting
phone
fed,
charged.
bro.
You
Make
bring
sure
your charger.
Exactly.
You know what you're
It's
doing.
all there. It
Why
was
Target?
bro.
Him.
Target?
Nah, because where my
I
crib
had
was
McDonald's.
at,
McDonald's.
there was this huge Target, and it was in Mira Mesa, bro. Mira Mesa Boulevard,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ain't gonna lie, the Target is like that area is
They got
called
money around there.
yeah, and that area is called the Mira Mesa Mall.
Right. Okay.
So it's not actually a mall, but it's like
A bunch of shops.
3 plazas that are huge, and that Target is popping. And you know what I mean? The Wi-Fi was on, it was popping in there. You know what I'm saying? There was a Starbucks in there, but you know what I'm saying? I sitting in Starbucks too long just wasn't. I just didn't like.
It was never the move.
And
bro.
but then also Target is like at the Target they got the food and
Exactly.
the Starbucks. So where I'm at is actually the Starbucks in the Target. Now that I'm thinking about it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just popping all day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that Target. You know what I'm saying? That Target was something. I mean, all that whole time period, bro. Like literally, we had to go to the laundry room, charge at the laundry room, or sit at the pool, use the charger. You know what I'm saying? This was
Exactly.
you
You
know?
know, like those are the days you look back like, damn, it was fun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you always
yeah,
had to be on your toes and stuff like that. Even me, you know what I'm saying? A little prior to the truth, when the homeless phase, you know what I'm saying, having to walk everywhere or somebody hit me. There was one time, Alizar, bro, I have no phone, I had nothing. Boost Mobile was giving away a free flip phone for 30 days, a free month. I told my wife, and I said, I bet you I can take this 30 month and I become one of the richest people you ever know. 30 days, bro. I had gave random people my number. Hit me up for trees. Bro. Within 15 days, had an iPhone, had new shoes, had new clothes, everything. You know what I'm saying? So just being put in those predicaments, like that's what lets us know that
pressure build.
the Israelites, so-called blacks and Hispanics, we gotta be those people, bro.
That's right.
Ain't no white boy can live in that time. There's no way in hell. Even the trailer trash, they can't handle it.
They can't
Right.
thrive.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? They can't deal with it. So it was all through the spirit. And my brother asked me all the time, would you ever go back to this, that, and the... Never. I'll never redo my life. Because even though the mistakes I made, they had to be made
That's right.
in order for me to be here.
That's right.
Yeah, God, savvy. So now, you know, you got the Miami camp through the spirit. We got the Miami school.
That's right.
Plug the location on the Miami school. Let these people know when you in there, when they could, you know, swing by if they in the Miami area.
So it's 1810 Northeast 153rd Street in North Miami Beach. For sure always gonna be there classes is Monday nights and Thursday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If I'm in Miami, you know, I do my Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday classes at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then through the Spirit, every new moon we have a feast and have a class there. So whenever there's a new moon or those particular days, that's when we'll be there. And also on the Sicarii'S Vice City YouTube channel is my contact information. Actually, through the Spirit, people have actually been contacting me to come. The last new moon, we had 2 random people. It was a husband and a wife that came. So I was really gracious to the Most High for that. Even though it was only 2 people, I let them know, like, please come back. You know what I'm saying? We wanna. That's the whole purpose of it. And I told my soldiers, like, the soldiers, I'm gonna see you anyways. You know
y'all
what I'm
coming.
saying? Yeah, like I'm tired of seeing you. I want to see people that don't know this information that can ask me fresh questions. You know what I mean? That way, again, it can help me grow. But yeah, that's where the school is, and I'm really grateful to the Most High that He put that power and responsibility in my hands, and I just really hope that I do right by it. That's why I even asked you if I would rather Matazah be the main face of it, because people see the hoary head and stuff like that, they gonna put more respect on
the
it.
elder.
You know what I mean? So.
Versus this young, who is this young punk, right?
I mean, even on the streets it happens. They look at me as like, who are you to tell me what to do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad in the dynamic that we have, the water between Amandazah and myself is profound. Him being double my age almost, and the respect that he gives me versus the respect I give him as well, and just his reading abilities is impeccable. This guy had me try to read from him one time, and I had to literally, I'm not him. I'm not Hassan.
Right.
Don't tell me you know what I want, because
I got
you have no clue. I have to sit there and keyword stuff. I might know what you're thinking about, but and then he had a Montazah read for me. It was just a lot more fluent because, it's just different. But that's as far as the school goes, the Miami body goes. Florida's been growing through the Spirit. We have a lot of prospects, and I've been trying to get them in line through the Spirit, making sure that everybody understands their duties, responsibilities, etc. So, that's what's going on in Florida right now.
All praises. Well, yeah, man. I mean, it's Officer Rob Yawasab we with, man, strong and powerful. Officer always in order. Always puts the Most High first. Who's really, really dedicated himself to this work, to, awakening the nation to serve the Most High. So all praise for that. I'm gonna close this episode out. Give it again. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say shalom.
Shalom.